All right, well, I'm miserable, so I expect that you are like extra annoying today. I don't know if it's that you're just annoying on the days that I'm miserable. The universe just measures it of like, all right, you're just gonna be extra annoying, or that like you're always the same amount of annoying, and I just can't handle it on the days that I'm miserable.
Gamage, I'm like the Hulk. I'm always annoying.
Rachel, you are absolutely nothing like the Hulk in any way. Rage, intelligence, none of it. There's no balance. There's no imbalance either.
You are nothing. No, I think it's sort of the law of when two people are like doing a task, whether it's you're like in an emergency situation or you're working towards some common goal. So when one person falters, the other one's like, okay, it's my turn to pick up the speed. And I think my version of picking up the speed is just being more annoying because I'm not funny, so I have to do something.
I have nothing to say to that.
And that's okay.
Do we have any good preamble? Like, I don't know. Tell me a funny story, Rachel. Put me in a good mood.
What's a funny story that's happened recently?
I watched a bunch of movies, I guess.
Yeah, okay. How did you...
I'm mostly caught up.
How did you feel about
with movies.
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die?
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die is easily my favorite movie in, several years, I think. It is exactly my kind of movie. It's zany. I love Sam Rockwell in everything he's in. It's got time travel. It's like got like serious matters. It's got like, it touches on a lot of like metaphysical stuff. It touches on AI. It's got comedy moments that like I actually laughed at. And I know that a lot of people hate how movies kind of just shoehorn comedy into it. Like this movie doesn't have to be that because it's also like sci-fi and horror, but fuck you. Maybe I want to break from laughter because if I'm being hunted by a slasher and I make a joke, like that's just me. That's just me handling things, and I think that's very natural. So getting mad at the comedy humor in movies is stupid. Where was I going? I'm rambling
I
now.
think when you put comedy in like really serious situations, it does a way better job of actually placing you into that situation because that is how people deal with shit. Like oftentimes it might not be everybody, but like someone is making a joke, whether it's funny or not, because they're fucking uncomfortable, and that's real.
Yeah, I do think it relies heavily on the kind of joke, but I know that a lot of people get mad at Marvel now because Marvel's like, it's full of jokes, and it's just like, yeah, pick up a comic.
Yeah.
They're full of jokes.
Full of yucks.
But the movie itself was like everything I would want in a movie. It's very written for me. It's the time travel. It's got every little like yum detail, multiple universes. It does the thing I like in movies where like it jumps around perspectives into different points in time to like show what a character went through to get here. And that like I love that. I love just everything about it. It's just all me.
I am
Nobody
so
else.
psyched that you finally fucking watched it because I watched that
So
film
good.
and almost the entire time I was going, Gamage is going to love this. But I was like, I can't tell you that because you don't like being told, whether you will or will not like something. So I'm like, I just have to be like, you go watch this.
I'm not a contrarian. At least I try really hard not to be, but like I do feel like if somebody's just like, you'd love this, I'm like, I almost feel like I'm going in daring myself to not like
You're
it.
like, fuck you, you don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know my life.
I'm complex and unique and cannot be contained within the confines of your mind. Throw out that dossier. The movie's fantastic.
Did you watch They Will Kill You this weekend?
I did, yeah.
Okay, how'd you feel about that one?
I love that like a lot of the movies that I've been waiting to watch all popped up on streaming at once. That was nice. That was really nice. I liked They Will Kill You. It was like, I think I explained it to you in text, like it was like Ready or Not, but like way more campy.
Yeah.
In a good way. I think I liked Ready or Not more.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it, like, did you watch those back to back?
No, I watched Ready or Not like a long time ago.
Okay.
Long time ago. I know the second one came out very recently, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, you should watch that.
The sequel?
Yeah.
It's on my list.
It's worth
watching. Got that person that I enjoy her acting, but like it feels weird that like she's always. I don't know if she's a nepo baby, but like she feels like
she feels like a nepo baby.
She feels like Hollywood keeps trying to put her into things, and then they do, and it always falls
the blonde
short.
Girl?
Yeah, who's in? She was in Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania. She was the girl in Supernatural.
You're not talking about the main character, right? You're talking about the person they shoehorned in as her sister?
No, I'm not talking about Samara Weaving, I think is the main person.
Perhaps. I don't know. But not her. Because I was like, I don't feel that way about her, but then I was like, no, he means the sister.
Well, now I'm just going to look it up. Yeah, I was talking about Catherine Newton. I do enjoy her acting, but I do feel like I said, I don't think she's a nepo baby at all, but like it feels like Hollywood keeps trying to like put her into things that fall short. And that's not her fault. I love her acting, but like it feels weird. It almost feels like, yeah, they're trying to put her into things, and like she was in Lisa Frankenstein also. Love that. Freaky, I don't know if you watched that one. It's the one with it's Freaky Friday, but with a serial killer.
No.
Also Abigail. I loved Abigail.
I don't know if I've seen any of those. Which one's Abigail?
Abigail's one where like some mercenaries kidnap like a ballerina, a little girl, and then they find out that the ballerina is actually a vampire, and she starts hunting them. It's really good.
It came out. That sounds fantastic.
It's really good. It came out like last year, but I went into it not knowing anything. But it was pretty obvious. But like it is really good. Okay,
Abigail?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay, I'm gonna type that in actually, because that sounds like worth watching.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But it feels like if somebody just told me, hey, they're making a sequel to Ready or Not, and in this movie it's got the same girl from last one, Samara Weaving, and she has a sister, who do you think would be casted for? I would have said Catherine Newton, because like I said, it just kind of feels that way.
Yeah.
But I love the first movie. But like it kind of has the same premise of like survive the night. We're sacrificing you to Satan kind of
It's literally the same exact premise, and so I was wondering how the fuck they were gonna get away with it, because like usually you're doing some carry forward of the story, which it is that, but you're like, why the fuck are we doing literally the exact same thing we did last movie?
I was talking about the other movie that we were doing.
Oh, which one? They Will Kill You?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Well, the second
like I
one,
said, I haven't seen
2 minutes in.
I haven't seen Ready or Not 2.
It's fine. You learn that 2 minutes in that it's the same shit. Different day.
Yeah. You spoiled Ready or Not 2 to me.
No,
bitch.
I didn't.
Now I know that it's about surviving the night with Satan.
I mean, it's what it was the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, They Will Kill You. I also was like, this is Ready or Not, but with the camp turned up. I thought it was fun, though. And I liked
it was really fun. I enjoyed
the actors in it and actresses. It felt very like, I guess like 90s vampire hunter vibes, where it was like kind of like Kill Bill-esque. I was expecting it to be
Kill Bill.
I was expecting it to be based off of a comic book, and I don't think it was, because I think I looked it up after watching it, because I was like waiting for the main character to have a backstory that was like how she got trained in her ability to fuck shit up.
No, it's prison.
Yeah, just fucked around with lesbians, I guess.
It's Zazie Beetz. Yeah, she's great. She's also in Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Yeah, she is.
It took you like a minute to Google it. I don't know what you were doing.
No, my brain was like, you know when you input information into your brain and then you just get the spinning wheel that's loading? That's what was happening. Yeah. So it was just going, the little swirling color palette was going off.
But yeah, what else did I watch this week? I watched Naked Gun. I watched the new Naked Gun, which I thought came out a lot sooner than it did. It actually came out back in August.
Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson?
Yes.
I do want to watch that.
So spoof movies are like one of my favorite genres of movies, but like I hate Scary Movie. I hate all of the movies like Scary Movie because they suck. Like, they don't understand the nuance to spoof movies. Like, I'm talking, you want Airplane, you want Top Secret, you want Naked Gun, and the new Naked Gun is so faithful.
to a good spoof.
I hate Scary Movie because Scary Movie
No, it's
is
just
literally just
bad.
like let's take existing movies and then just do scenes from them, but like in a shitty Mad TV sort of skit style, and then also make constant jokes about weed and dicks.
Yeah, there's a
And
reason that Scary Movie hasn't aged into like something that people like to go back to, whereas Airplane is still something that people enjoy.
I mean, the entire marketing campaign for the new Scary Movie was literally just like, Gen Z hates us. Gen Z's canceling us. And the collective of Gen Z was like, I don't know who you are and why you keep talking about me.
Yeah, I actually have never even heard of you, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but like, I loved Scary Movie when I was 12, but I was 12.
As you should. Yeah, you're a
And,
12-year-old boy, and like
It's
that's
a very-
the
it's a ve-
humor is like I'm
it's a very
12.
12-year-old boy humor, and I hated it, but like I also loved. I grew up with Top Secret and those kinds of movies. So like seeing the new Naked Gun, and I was like legitimately like, oh man, this is a treat. This is exactly the kind of movies that I always wanted Scary Movie to be. And then they also made superhero movie and date movie and epic movie, which is the big red text movie. It all garbage.
Terrible.
Fact checker asked, does Mr. Bean fall into that category? The answer is no. Mr. Bean's comedy, but it's not spoof.
Yeah, no, it's like its own brand.
Like he's a play on spy movies. You might be thinking of Johnny English, which is still not spoof technically. Johnny English is just more of like comedy of like a spy, but it's a comedy movie. So it's like Austin Powers, still not.
Yeah, because it's
quite...
not like like it has elements of a spy movie, but it's not necessarily like spoofing a spy movie. It's just making a humorous one. I get what you mean. Like the nuance is kind of hard to describe, but they are different.
I feel like it's closer to Naked Gun. Austin Powers? No, because there has to be... I don't know how to explain it. I'm not... Like, I love movies and I love comedy and I love to get into like the little bits and like the subtropes of what satire is, but like I can't tell you why movies like Airplane and Naked Gun and Top Secret have it and Austin Powers is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how to articulate that.
I'm gonna have to, when I watch Naked Gun, I'll let you know how I feel about its comparison to Austin Powers.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's very different because I feel like no, okay, so I think the difference is Austin Powers knows it's telling you the joke. And good spoof movies are deadpan in its delivery.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I actually think that's a really good way to put it. It's like
I have seen the first Naked Gun movie, yes.
Like spoof movies are really like they are living in the thing that they are spoofing.
Yeah.
Whereas
like Mike Myers as Dr. Evil, he's like has an accent and he's like, I'm doing a bit. I'm saying a joke right now. This is funny.
Yeah.
And then when Liam Neeson's like up there, Liam Neeson is like the spiritual successor to Leslie Nielsen. Like he fucking nails it so much because like he is just like, I'm gonna approach this like I would like one of my serious kick-ass movies, and like fuck, it worked.
Liam Neeson is one of my all-time favorite actors, and he has done so many terrible fucking films, and I'm okay with it because I'm like, I just love his whole vibe. Like he played a great character in
Million Ways to Die
I think
in
the
the
first
West.
movie he was in, after like a long time of not doing it, was Million Ways to Die in the West. And it was kind of similar, like where his character was very serious the whole time and he's supposed to be a fucking joke.
Yeah, I mean, also in Ted, where he's like, I'm going to buy this Lucky Charms. They say tricks are exclusively for kids. Like that whole bit was like
so good.
It's stupid. And I'm like, Liam Neeson can do comedy and
Yes!
I want to see more of it. And fucking here it is.
Yeah, no, I love Liam Neeson in a comedy role because, like, a lot of times he's been in really shitty sort of, like, dramatic, serious movies. Like, he was in some Greek god one, and I'm like, dog, you're great, but you just keep getting in the crappiest films, and that sucks. And I'm like, and now you're like, no, I'm gonna be in films where I get to play this, like, serious macho character, but it's a fucking joke, and it works so well.
Have you seen? I also watched Send Help this weekend. Just a lot of movies this weekend. I
Which
didn't
one's
do
Send
shit.
Help? I think
Send
I've
Help
seen this.
is on Hulu / Disney Plus, and I'm not going to tell you anything. I think you should just watch it. I
No,
enjoyed
I've
it,
seen
but
it.
like,
I was like, I've seen because
okay.
I have the movie pass thing, so I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I just didn't know which one it was. I enjoyed that movie. I think
It was not what I thought it was going to be. Like, I was like, oh wow, oh wow, oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of what the fuck.
By the end, I'm like, I don't regret this. I really enjoyed my time here. This is a lot of fun. But like, I think that of all of the 4 movies I watched, it's probably near the bottom.
Yeah. It was a movie where I'm like, I don't think it was bad by any means when I was watching it, and I did enjoy that throughout the film. You're going, what's going on here now? And it just it keeps sort of surprising you in these tiny ways, but I don't think it's like some fucking incredible, awe-inspiring film either. Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home, the only podcast to clack coconuts together instead of riding horses. I'm on-brand Rachel.
And I'm on-brand Gamage. Each week we spin a wheel to figure out what the next week's podcast genre is going to be. Last week we hit comedy, and I watched a lot of movies, and I didn't even write down my musical recommendation for this week, so fucking we'll do it live.
Here we go. Play me off, Johnny.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
Play me off, Johnny?
That's the joke. That's the joke. Rachel.
Is that the joke? What?
Yeah, the whole Bill O'Reilly thing where like he's like recording the like Sting is going to play us out, and he's going to play us out. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. That's why he got mad, is because he didn't understand what play us out means.
I've never seen that. I've just seen the like, play me off, Johnny, and then it's like an old-timey piano being like, burr, 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 and it's like you're trying to get out of a shitty situation, and this piano isn't going to fucking help. Yeah, that is Family Guy.
Yeah, that is Family Guy. You got that. But like the Bill O'Reilly clip was literally him just having a meltdown because he didn't understand. He's like, the teleprompter's doing something weird. It's like
before.
Maybe.
Because I think we have said like almost this exact thing to each other. Because I'm like, I've never seen that clip, but I feel like, or like I haven't as a young person, but I feel like you've sent me that clip.
I mean, it's one of the most famous clips on the internet ever, but you know, here we are. Rachel, what have you have planned for us this week?
Well, normally when we pick comedy and then neither of us talk about what we want to do because we're just like, phone it in. We just read fucking advice, would you rathers, and no stupid questions and shit. So we're gonna hodge that podge.
Oh, did you want to did you want to send them to each other and have each other read them again? How did you think that went last time?
I thought that was fun last time.
All right, cool. We'll continue it. I don't give a fuck. Fucking.
I don't give a fuck.
Bullshit. Here you go.
And we start our broadcasting with an important question. Would you rather have 2 ladybugs in your ass or 1 ant? You cannot shit them out. If you somehow get them out or you kill them, they will just revive. Also, they are immortal, because I said so. Which is a great addition. I feel like a lot of people get too wordy with their would you rathers, and I'm like, I like this.
Yeah, keeping it simple.
Mm-hmm.
I think that 2 ladybugs is the better option here.
Why?
What do you mean why?
I need you to give me reasons.
Well, ladybugs, not to be confused with the lady beetle, which is like the Asian lady beetle. The lady beetles, they bite, and they actually have like an M pattern on their head. Like there's a whole there's a whole alternate species of ladybugs that exists in North America that aren't ladybugs, and they're an invasive species and they bite. It's wild. I just learned about this like a couple weeks ago. But ladybugs themselves don't bite, but ants do, and it also doesn't specify what kind of ant, and I don't fuck with that. Also, ants are full of formic acid. No, thank you.
You're like, pass on all of the above. Goodbye.
Pass. Plus, there's probably bugs up there anyway. I don't know.
I think I'd go with a singular ant, because, like, if they're going to be in there forever, I think I'd rather have one tiny thing than two slightly larger things.
Might be a leafcutter ant. It does not tell you what kind of ant.
Could you imagine it's one of those ants that, like, when you get bit, it feels like getting shot? You're just getting shot in the butthole repeatedly.
Got a bullet ant up there.
Yeah. You know what? That's a valid point. Also, I love that under related posts, it has Fiesta wear. What a subreddit. Yeah, fuck, I guess in that case, two ladybugs? Would they just constantly be dying, though?
I mean,
like, how long can a ladybug or an ant live in your asshole?
I mean, it says that they're immortal. It says if you kill them, they just revive, but they're also mortal. This guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, there's not.
Yeah. But I mean, even if they were like the ladybugs that bite, that's still better than like the worst ant.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, I guess two ladybugs, Gamage. You've converted me into a ladybug lover.
Yeah. Ladybugs tossing your salad.
I'm writing this down. Rachel prefers ladybugs to toss her salad.
I was saying that because I was like trailing up, but it did sound like I was like writing it down.
It really did sound like you were taking fucking notes, dude.
Bug. Butthole. Do they need to eat? Like, will they eat aphids?
Ladybugs?
Do I need to put aphids up my butt to feed the ladybugs?
Well, they're immortal, Gamage. That's why I'm like, how often are they gonna die? Because I'm like, it's fine if they immediately get revived, but is it like they're just constantly on like dying and reviving and dying and reviving, and then they don't have time to do anything?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna feed them because like that. I don't want them to suffer.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like, do they even have a life in there? We're assuming yes, right?
I assume so, but like, I mean, immortals, they still need to eat. Like, if they don't, then they get that hunger pangs, and they have that forever. Like, that's a whole thing in like some immortality thingies.
I have a really important caveat here.
Yeah?
Can they breed? Because, like, I mean, I don't know how ladybugs get down, but if two ladybugs can get down in my ass, like, I imagine their immortality may or may not extend to those babies, but, like, at the bare minimum, I'm shitting out dead ladybugs constantly.
I would assume that the ladybugs don't get the pass on their immortality because it extends beyond the prompt. Now, if the ladybugs do, like, mate and you get a whole bunch of them and then your ass is just full of like dead ladybugs, and I'm sure you could just shit them out, and even if they get pregnant you could shit them out, and then when they revive I imagine the pregnancy would go away.
Yeah, but if they don't die,
speaking of,
I think you'd just be shitting little ladybugs out constantly.
Hold on, I read something earlier that I want to bring up.
Yeah, I have something that I do want to send that is not really any of the things that we normally cover, but I want to go into it because I'm fucking intrigued.
Is it about the pool?
No, it is not about a pool.
I mean, you've been following the whole. No, there was something I wanted to talk about abortion. Apparently,
ladybug abortions are rampant these days.
No, something I read earlier about how Congress wants to declare that upon conception, Jesus. But apparently Congress is saying that like upon conception, like once a sperm touches the egg, it is then a child. So it's basically trying to like say, oh, this is official now. You can't abort it because then you're a child murderer. Mm-hmm. And that's, like they're trying to like do a whole big blanket ban on all abortions and any kind of like contraception and all that. But like what's hilarious is that people pointed out that they could just file dependents on their taxes if that's the case.
Yeah.
Like all the fetuses are all now taxable, and it's going to burn the system down.
Yeah, pretty much. I honestly, sometimes you got to fight back in weird, clever ways, and that's absolutely a way to do that. I think it's so fucking... The part that's wild to me is when you give the worst case scenario of like, all right, what if somebody's, fetus dies in utero? You're not, like, aborting it is the terminology that is used to get rid of the dead fetus. And people are like, oh, well, nobody would ever say no to that. And I'm like, if you make it illegal, yes, they do.
Yeah.
Like, weirdly enough, that is how that works. People are stupid.
Yeah.
This one isn't the story that I want us to go through, but this is a different thing than that.
All right, let me see here. Let me get my glasses on.
We got these little reading specs on here.
Adjust my reading specs to my glasses.
Adjust my bifocals.
My bifocals. If women earn less for the same work, why wouldn't companies just hire only women and underpay them?
I love this question.
It
presents a lot of logic.
It does, but like the real issue is that the illusion that women work hard just as hard as men.
Go on.
Hello?
No, I was waiting for you to continue.
No, meaning like coming from the perspective of the boss. I'm the floor manager. I'm hiring for the company. Like women. Well, then if I hire a woman who's gonna make 70 cents on the dollar to men, then I'm only gonna get 70 cents per work. So in their eyes, they want to hire the men because the men are gonna work for the full dollar.
I see what you're saying.
Now, the logic is flawed, of course, because the entire thing is stupid and the system is stupid and we should burn it down and start over anyway. I don't care. But this is just kind of how they think, and they're stupid.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's absolutely the issue, is that it's well, men work for the dollar and women only work for the 70 cents, which is why we pay them differently. But for a moment in time, that shining question of, well, if women are cheaper for the same labor... But the problem is women get really emotional and have abortions, and they're just heathens.
Yeah, they're emotional. That's why we don't put them in presidency, because they would make emotional decisions and get mad off of tweets and
yeah, they get to make outlandish choices based off of somebody rage baiting them on Twitter.
Yeah, because they'll decide to make a choice like talk about how great our big fucking monumental pool is that's like taller than any building in the world, the president says, and then paint it a different color, which sucks, and then creates algae, which makes it chip, and then blame vandals for the whole thing.
What's the vandals' fault, Gamage?
Take cops from Oklahoma to station and guard the pool from the vandals that are vandalizing it. Now it sounds from a third person perspective, it sounds like I'm rambling, just nonsense.
Yeah, from the outside perspective, it kind of sounds like you've become Trout again, and there's just like nothing real is coming out of your mouth. But weirdly enough, this is the reality we live in.
That is the news this week. Last week for you, and I cannot wait to see how it gets. By the time this episode airs, boy, I'm sure it's fun.
I think if I could travel through time, I'd want to jump ahead like 100, 200 years and read a history book about Trump's presidency, because I would just be really intrigued to know what the future of the world thinks about being like, I'm going to rip half of this historic building down because I want to build a ball thing, and now it's going to be weird and imbalanced, and then I'm going to put a UFC fighting ring in front of it because I'm 12.
He fell asleep during it. That's the fucking,
which is so
funniest part. Like, it's just
he needed a nap. Did a lot of big things, you know.
A lot of big things.
He had a play date with his friends. Watched some people wrestle. It's a lot.
Oh, here's a fun one.
Oh, how are women going commando? Genuine question from a 19-year-old girl. How are women leaving their homes without underwear on? My main concern is like discharge. I don't know about others, but I'd say I wouldn't want that all over my leggings, or like if I'm in a dress, my legs. Is this just something you ignore? I'm not trying to be funny. I've always wondered this. No shade though. Let her breathe, girl.
I'm glad you asked this, Rachel, because I've been wanting to talk about this for a while now.
Please fill us in, Gamage.
Well, you see, there is no such thing as a discharge. Because it's not a gun.
Is that it?
There's a big thump behind me. I don't know what it was.
Is Brittany coming to murder you for answering this question?
No. She doesn't care. She has no allegiance to her fellow woman. God, you should see her. Like we'll be fucking going around town and she sees a woman just living her life and she like points at them and she's just like, ugh. I don't ask because I don't care to like know what her thought is, but she just goes, ugh, and I'm like,
I love fact checker. It's true. I hate women.
Zero sisterhood, zero level of sisterhood. I have more solidarity for women than my wife.
I'm glad you're carrying the team, Gamage. I think the only way that I can answer this question is to say tactfully. Like
the answer to the question, how are women going commando? Tactfully.
Yeah, tactfully.
I thought you were like saying like I'm gonna answer this tactfully and then
the answer to like going commando.
Eloquent worded thing, but no.
No, just one word, tactfully.
Strategically.
Yeah, there you go, strategically.
Like they're saying I wouldn't want that all over my leggings, but like correct me if I'm wrong, but don't a lot of leggings kind of have like a double kind of barrier in the crotch area?
Yeah, I could understand, particularly being like a teenage girl and being like, this doesn't feel like enough. Because it's like, I just can't imagine being 19 and being like, this is going to be fine.
Yeah, she's 19. I feel like this is the new age version of like, do you ever feel not fresh down there?
Yeah. Fact checker says isn't there like a double barrier? A lot do not at all. I think definitely if they're not expensive, for sure no.
Yeah, I mean, what about them expensive Lululemon yoga pants?
Well, and it's also, I don't know, because it's hard. Like if they're not for like a really solid workout, I feel like they don't. And so even the expensive Lululemon yoga pants, I don't think have it.
I mean, I'm sure some women do, but like, is this such a pervasive thing that we have to ask? Like, how are women going commando? Like, are enough women going commando to where this has to be addressed?
Here's the thing. I gotta be honest. I think as a 19-year-old girl specifically, I could get asking this question being like, I don't understand. Because there's a lot of things going on that you don't really have a lot of control over. And it's just different when you're older, I guess.
Well, I mean, like, okay, if you're at home and you put sweatpants on, that's fine. You're kind of expected to commando. Not me. I can't not wear underwear. But, like, I could see how some people be like, I'm home. Who cares? I'm not going out. Mm-hmm. But
I think they're talking about out in the world. Because, like, it's not the same when you're at home. You can fucking do whatever you want.
Like, are they fucking doing a Family Feud fucking survey with people? Are they asking? Or do they just see like no panty lines because they're wearing a thong and just go, oh, they're probably commando?
No, I think they're just, they probably like met somebody that is going commando and is like, how the fuck do you do that? And so now
like,
they're asking.
I'm not a woman, but I don't think I'd wear like fucking jeans going commando. Like that sounds awful.
I do now as an adult.
Go commando in jeans?
Yeah. It's been a more recent experience in my life because I've always been kind of similar where I'm like, how the fuck do people do this? And then I was like, ran out of underwear one day. I was like, I get it. I understand. I'm not going back. This is comfortable.
I mean, could not be me. I mean, balls or not in denim, no.
Not in denim. I refuse.
No. Corduroy is on the fence.
Corduroy's in between. I haven't decided which way I land on corduroy.
Either left or right. It depends on the day. Do you have a question for me?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm sending you the story that I want us to go through.
I feel like vag needs to breathe more than dick. You're kind of right. I do feel like, yeah.
Realistically, in the grand scheme of life, I think that's true.
I know that the vagina is self-cleaning, like there's a lot of mechanisms involved. But if you air it out more, is it more likely to like dry up and cause problems?
No, I don't think that's how that works.
Because I know that, like, you know, if balls and dick get wet and they stay wet, things happen.
Things get musty. No, it's not like the reverse effect where if vaginas get dry, shit gets weird.
It just like, it just shrivels up and like you're more likely to get like infection and chafing and whatnot.
I think if you have like a wind tunnel blowing up your vag, like it might be an issue, but just being in fucking pants isn't, like, it's not enough of a difference.
Brittany just asked, does your mouth dry out because you talk too much? Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Like, was that supposed to be a gotcha?
I'm just trying to imagine vaginas talking now.
But it quickly recovers. Maybe.
I guess it depends on how much you're talking.
How much is your vagina talking? Is your vagina...
Your vagina have a lot of monologues that's going on?
Anyway. Oh, this is from Girl Dinner Diaries. I love Girl Dinner Diaries. It's one of my favorite subreddits.
Recently discovered Girl Dinner Diaries.
There's a guy Dinner Diaries too.
Oh no, I started following that too because I was like, I need to know
hilarious
more.
Because it's often like the exact opposite of just like saw a bird, like it's silly. I love these communities.
It's so appropriate.
Okay, Girl Dinner Diaries. Maybe we should start covering these because like there's some wild.
Some
stories.
of them are crazy. No, I just discovered this like maybe 2 weeks ago, and it has become my new favorite subreddit because I'm like almost every time one pops up into my Reddit feed, I'm like, this. I've been entertained today.
Yeah, there are 3
this.
subreddits that I think are somewhat underrated. This might be getting more now, but there's 3 subreddits that I think people might not know about, but they should like spend a day on. Girl Dinner Diaries, Fixed by the Duet is really
so good.
It's the shitty videos from TikTok, but like somebody will like continue it or like mock it in a way. They're funny. A lot of them suck though. But also Stupid Dove Nests is a really, really one of my favorite subreddits ever. It always warms my heart because doves are stupid and they will just lay an egg on the ground with like 2 sticks next to it.
I think
doves
Jasmine
cannot make a nest.
And Brittany were talking about stupid dove nests.
Yeah, I got Brittany onto it, but like the Stupid Dove Nest is one of my favorite subreddits. It's so fucking good.
I'll be exploring that later.
Highly recommend. All right. My mom is posting fanfic and AI images about her fictional harem of real men she knows living in a town together with her as the mayor. What?
I know. I was like, I saw this literally right before we started. Was like, what the fuck is this?
Posted by user GojiQuats, because this is a personal story and I want to make sure that I don't steal this for myself. Yeah. I don't know what to even say to my mother anymore. My mom has taken her obsession with men and social media to a new level, now exacerbated by AI. For some context, my mom has always been very odd, like to the point where she's very well known in every community I've ever been in for being bizarre and generally hostile and angry, especially towards me, the lucky only child.
Great combo.
It was literally traumatic dealing with her all my childhood and adolescence. So now at 30, I just keep her at arm's length. Yeah, I get it. I won't get into every detail because we'd be here all day, but some of the stranger things include making me break up with my first boyfriend in middle school because she had feelings for him.
What? In middle school? Imagine being a parent and being like, the little 13-year-old you're bringing around, gotta stop dating him because I want to date him.
He and his parents did not appreciate it, yeah.
Shocker. Surprised.
Banning an extremely historically significant book from my entire school district because it contained the word vagina, posting batshit insane posts all day and night on social media, spreading very personal info about other people, something like 60,000 Facebook posts, running an Instagram account for sensual photos of her feet, that's normal, making a scene at my wedding because she didn't like one of the songs that played because it reminded her of a guy she had an affair with, hardcore MAGA Bible thumping. You get the idea, maybe? No, I get it. It sounds like she's bipolar. She said her favorite hobby is posting on Facebook. If that tells you anything, that's not a hobby. That's not a hobby.
Well, it's hers.
It's not. Also, she's cheated on my dad like a billion times, but they're still together specifically because she relies on him financially as she didn't want to work. Their marriage has been god-awful ever since I could remember. I don't know what is even going on there. Well, she or she's like with your dad, but also trying to get with your middle school boyfriend. So that's something.
Well, that wasn't necessarily the start of the problems, but it was definitely a catalyst.
It feels like it was early in the situation. Anyway, her favorite topic is men, specifically any man who gives her any attention whatsoever, even if in a professional context. So that generally means her pharmacist, her therapist, her chiropractor, who she wrote an all AI book about. That's a whole other rabbit hole. I don't think it is. I think
it's the same rabbit hole, actually. I think it's an extension of the same thing.
You know, have you ever been in a rabbit hole and sometimes there's like different tunnels and you're like, oh wait,
systems.
These are big ants. This isn't a rabbit. This is a big anthill. Gym employees, etc. She will very openly have a thing for these men to where she centers her whole life and personality around them and orbits them for years and vague posts about them every day. She recently has started a campaign on social media where she has generated her collection of men as an uncannily accurate AI images, and she attaches AI fan fiction about how the men all live together in a town that she's the mayor of. No, her husband isn't invited to the town, I guess. I don't know why this is the final straw of my remaining sanity, but seeing many AI photos and fanfic of her married chiropractor man, who she includes the real name of, and her on her public Facebook page just left me speechless. Jesus.
Oh my God.
She posted several dozen of these images and stories for a few weeks, even making a dedicated Facebook page for it that she invited a ton of people to follow. Those people that were like, okay, they're either here for the train wreck or they need to reevaluate their life.
I personally would be there for the train wreck. Is the Facebook post linked?
Oh, here we are. After not getting traction or engagement on the photos, she finally posted a collection of AI images announcing she was going to run a pageant of all the men in her lore so the audience could vote on the best man. She included actual real details about these actual real men with AI images depicting them in various scenarios, running a 5K, drinking coffee with her, etc. I don't want to know what else is in that list. Then, when no one participated in the vote of best man, she made a post complaining that no one is giving it the attention she expected. She then posted an image that said, official announcement, due to lack of participation, voting is concluded. With no votes cast, no winner will be named.
Oh my God. That's fucking glorious.
There's some narcissism here.
Just a little bit, Gamage.
I don't know why, but that image was the final straw. I didn't know we were out there yet. I don't know what I'm even supposed to say. I've always had a strained relationship with her, which has caused a lifetime of mommy issues, lol. But I'm at the point where it's like, there's nothing I could say or do to help. I have expressed concern many times over the years. She's always just blown me off. She's not interested in anyone's opinion if it isn't from her idolized men. Yes, she has been in therapy many times. No, there's not even a hint of substance usage going on. She as always insists everything is innocent and that there's nothing strange about it, and then everyone else is the problem for not seeing it. Well, the therapist is included in there, so I think the therapist should probably like either take a step back or be like, we need to get some serious work done this weekend, girl.
Yeah, do you think the therapist knows that this is going on?
I mean, it's a Facebook. She sends out a lot of like Facebook invites to the group, so I'm sure it got back around to him eventually, right?
I mean, if it's a small town, maybe. Like somebody was like, Jonathan, is this you? Is this woman watching you run 5Ks without your knowledge? What the fuck is happening here?
I don't even run 5Ks. Here I am drinking coffee. That's not me.
Oh, what a fucking ride, start to finish.
My husband has said before that he would have gone no contact by now. Yeah, I have gone to pretty low contact, but it's not the greatest since my parents are my only surviving family. My dad checked out decades ago, so he has nothing to say about it. He's probably... I mean, he sounds shell-shocked. Like, he's got that 1,000-yard stare of like somebody who just got back from the war, who like, they got that gaunt look.
Yeah, he looks haunted.
Since the middle school boyfriend is coming up in the comments a lot, I'll update. It was a really weird situation. I was in 8th grade. He was in 9th. So he was 14/15 when we dated. He's a great guy. We're still friends to this day. He looked much older than his age and had facial hair. Many people thought I was dating a grown-ass man. She would constantly ask about him / talk about him. She didn't allow me to delete my text messages with him because she wanted to read our conversations. We shared a cell phone when I was in middle and high school. She wouldn't let me do things I wanted to do, like make Easter eggs, unless I invited him. Ugh. She'd go with us on dates and sit at the table with us and play her romance music.
Oh my
She
God.
suddenly forbade me from speaking to him at all because she found out we kissed once, then stepped in and would message him using my Facebook account in the middle of the night.
Oh my God.
His mom, who is a lovely woman, rightfully told her to get away from him, and then she, I guess, stopped. I was limited to the info I could get since she controlled my phone and communications. He still jokes about it to this day, yeah, and he has asked my husband if she did the same things to him. The only explanation she gave me was, it's natural to want to feel wanted by a man of any age.
Oh, no. Not like that. No. No. Oh my God. What a ride, start to finish.
So, I think the only thing she's been officially diagnosed with are depression, anxiety, and CPTSD.
The fuck is
yeah, it sounds right.
CPTSD?
Child post-traumatic stress disorder.
Like she's been traumatized by children or as a child?
Sounds like both at this point.
Yeah. Well, I think she's actively traumatizing children.
But like, I was just thinking, like, I was reading this and I'm like, you see a lot of this behavior with incels. Like this is a very common story on the other shoe. Like there's the like if this was about a dad who's like getting like looking at all the young girls and then like making a harem, and his wife's just like, okay, it's whatever, I don't know, it's. So it's, I don't want to say it's refreshing to see the gender swap here, but like it is grounding to know that these kinds of narcissistic people exist in every corner.
Yeah, it's nice to know that everybody be crazy a little bit.
I don't think it's nice to know. I went on to not know.
You're like, actually, I wish I'd never read this. It will haunt my dreams.
It's
my AI created dreams.
That was a boy, not a man. Thank you, fact checker. And yes, you're right. It might fall into the illegal category of AI.
I didn't know that we started making this.
I think that it might be, I don't want to say it might be fine, but it might be in a loophole in the fact that I don't think she's making porn of it. At least she's not posting.
Currently, so far as we know.
I feel
probably rapidly approaching and has already been made for personal use.
I feel like if she has a Facebook group and she's posting polls and like doing 5K runs and stuff with them in a virtual fantasy setting, she probably has porn somewhere, and somebody should check on her.
She's tested
hard
it
drive.
out. What a weird new world that we have to work in, where it's like I've just generated my own creepy weird porn.
That's such a wild story, and I don't think I have anything to match.
So part of this story reminds me of another Girl Dinner Diaries that has been my favorite up until this one. This girl posted a Girl Dinner Diaries where she was like, oh, I feel really bad. Like my partner lost his job a couple months ago, and I told him to like take a month off so that he could, like recharge before going back and finding work. She goes, he got really into writing, but I'm now doing all of the bills and the working, and he doesn't want to go back to work. And it's been a couple months now instead of just the 1 month. And she's like, but he's been wanting to write for forever, but it seems like he's really like laying everything into this pipe dream.
Hold on. Are you airing my dirty laundry right now?
Yes, I am.
Bullshit.
It gets worse, Gamage. So you tell me how much you're fucking stacking up to this. Okay. So the first comment on that post is somebody being like, girl, is this you? And it links to this guy's fucking Reddit where he's like, am I the asshole? And is this exact situation reversed? And everybody goes, yes, you're a fucking asshole. Like you're just like, you're letting her drown while you're like, I'm going to write this book. And then the next post is him posting like the first chapter of the book and just getting roasted. Like it's terrible. It's so bad. I read like 4 paragraphs in and was like, Jesus Christ, this is god awful. It's like the main character is totally pretentious, like thinks he's better than everybody else, describes women as like deliciously youthful, and uses fucking pretentious ass language like pulchritudinous, which is physically beautiful, attractive, or gorgeous. But just like does that the whole time, where it's like, I'm better than you, and also women are mean to me and everybody's mean to me, but they're pulchritudinous and I'm smart. And it's just fucking terrible. I would say start to finish, but I haven't read all of it, so I don't know. And so it's he gets like a good combination of like visceral, like people are like, fuck that, it's bad. And then a couple comments that are like, hey man, like you really shouldn't quit your day job, like take a writing class, like it'll get better, you know, like it takes time to figure out your voice and things like that, like trying to pump him up. And then he posts another thing where he's like, people just don't understand real art these days. Like, I'm out here posting one of the most groundbreaking, genre-defying novels, and people are posting garbage and getting 20,000 followers. And he's like, this is really what it means that, like, our generation is dying and, like, education's falling through. And it's just, like, and then he doubles down and posts more chapters where he's like, I got some really positive feedback privately and some, you know, like negative feedback publicly, mostly about like the pizza place in this. And it was like one comment that was like, that's not where this pizza place is in Boston. And it's
settle down there, Hemingway.
Yeah. And he's like, and I only got this one bad comment, and everybody immediately the comments are like, I don't know if that was the one that you should have focused on.
Yeah.
And it is just so fucking good, start to finish, where you're like, all right, this guy's so far up his own asshole, and it's fantastic.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta let him fail. But I do feel like prose is a common thing that people think about in the writing communities, where they get too worried about having simple prose. Like, a lot of people shit on I've been seeing a lot of people shit on Matt Dinniman's prose. Like, it's very simple prose, and it's just like, no, you don't understand. It's from the perspective, like they'll post like a sentence and like, look at this. And it's just like, yeah, that's because it's from the perspective of Carl, who's a very basic, everyman kind of person.
Yeah, he's
of course, the prose is a simpler kind of thing. Like, if you look at his like third perspective stuff, it is a lot more. I don't want to say purple prose. It's not purple. But it's more florally. Like, there's more to it, more substance.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people get too caught up in it, and they like really lean into purple prose, which is what it sounds like this guy's doing. Where like you write a sentence and then you spend a long time going through like the thesaurus and looking up synonyms for words, and then trying to use the most complicated thing to the point where it's just like.
And the thing is, it's like, it's all just an ego stroke. You're using these giant vocabulary words because you're trying to separate yourself from...
That you never say out loud to another person, ever.
Yeah, God, no. I never in my life have I even read the word pulchritudinous until...
Me neither.
I'm like, didn't even know it existed. But if you're writing a book, and it's one thing if it's like the character's meant to be kind of like a pretentious ass.
Oh, yeah.
And that's with purpose. But this is absolutely like you're just writing this person that you are filling in as your own ego stroke, because you're writing yourself into a book, and you're like, I'm a big man who knows a big vocabulary, and I'm better than other people, and I have it hard because people don't understand me. And that's very obvious through all of the rest of the posts that he's making.
Very.
But if your goal is to separate yourself from the chaff by using these massive words because you're like, the fucking plebeians don't need to be reading my shit, like you're kind of just an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, there's really no reason to alienate your audience, especially when you're just starting out in a book. Like, it doesn't need to be super simple, but it doesn't need to be overly complex either, to the point where I have to look up every word that you're writing.
I don't think anybody should be like, I'm going to quit my job and start writing that book. Like, no. You should have been already writing it, and then if you see an end in sight, you still shouldn't take time. You shouldn't just quit your job and throw your money away. But like,
you keep working on it.
I'm constantly writing, and I've always been working. There was a time when like I did take time off. That's because my job went away and I was burnt out, and we were fine with money, and I'm like, I'm gonna finish this and do all the publishing stuff, and I did that.
Yeah.
End of story.
End of
Good night.
sentence. Well, and that's how my mom wrote her first book too, is like she got let go from her job, and so while she was job hunting, she wrote her book and published it. And I don't think she published it until she had a job again too.
I mean, I wrote the book before while I was working another job. Like the book was finished, and I just went through and edited it like in the time that I wasn't working.
Yeah.
Um,
You took
yeah.
your free time and used it.
By the way, this comment in the post you're just talking about, the girl dinner diaries of the crazy mother.
Yeah.
This comment is women in male-dominated fields, and that is fucking funny. All right, how about one more?
All right, send it to me. Could you pass out from decreased blood to the brain if you had a giant hard dick? I don't need to read anymore. I'm actually almost 100% certain that this is a thing that happens to people.
It absolutely is, yes.
Can you imagine like learning that your best friend has a massive penis because they just pass out every time they get an erection?
I mean, it's not even just that, because like even if it's like an average size one and they just have like really high blood pressure, like they could,
just shitty blood pressure
or anemia. There's a whole slew of things.
Mm-hmm.
But a giant hard dick with any level of anything else, like yeah, I would do it.
I love, I haven't actually read the first comment. I read the response to the first comment. So we're going to go through the first comment so that I can read the response. It's a friend sent me a picture from the Icelandic Phallological Museum, which this post reminded me of. Can't post the pictures, but this is a short breakdown of the fella's big problem. As of 2024, Briton Matt Barr holds the record for the largest phallus, measured at 36 centimeters, which is 14.2 inches when erect. A urological study confirmed these measurements, which also noted an erect girth of 21 centimeters, which is over 8 inches. Mr.
Jeez.
Barr has experienced medical side effects such as lightheadedness during erections, which reduce libido. A plaster cast of the phallus was received by a museum in November 2024. The first comment is, that's a goddamn Greek tragedy. Imagine having the biggest human dick on earth and not being able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely a good definition for a Greek tragedy.
All right, I've got another one too, just because I'm trying to clean up my shit.
He also injured himself getting out of the bath because of it, apparently. Linked to an article. All right. So here's a weird one. If I were to take my helmet off in space, would my acne or at least the blackheads get sucked out to the top of the pores? Yes, I'm high. I don't think that's how that works. Like, 'cause I couldn't enter like a vacuum sealed room and it sucks everything out of my face. Like it's
the way
it's
vacuums work is it's very
concentrated.
localized. You have to localize it. I think that because isn't it like where like you don't have oxygen, so like your blood basically starts to like boil?
That's a good question that I don't have the answer to. It's been a while since I read a space book that told me things.
It smells like barbecue, actually.
That I have recently heard from somebody on this podcast. I think it was Brittany.
I think it was too.
Yeah, no, I don't think you could do that. It's an interesting concept.
This person says what would happen is ebulism, saliva and tears start boiling and you'd pass out in 10 to 15 seconds. So maybe the pus within the acne / blackheads might like boil away. But they wouldn't get sucked out of the pores, no.
That's interesting. Why do tears and saliva boil in space? I thought it was cold out there. We think of the boiling point as being a temperature. However, it's actually a combination of temperature and pressure. So we are accustomed to it being at 1 atmosphere of pressure. At sea level, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. In Denver, higher altitude, lower pressure, the boiling point is 95 degrees Celsius. In a vacuum, water will boil at any temperature above negative 60 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that because I feel like that's probably a common question.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the science, but, like, I would have just said pressure. That's where I would have been.
Yeah.
High pressure.
Oh, okay. I got a question for you before we depart.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay,
Sure,
so human hands are capable of being quite warm.
I guess.
There's a circumstance that exists where your hands holding a steak could cook it. Like there's a time, but well, okay, so I had this question and my roommate looked at me and was like, you're an idiot. And I was like, no. But if you change the pressure, like inherently, if you change the pressure or friction, like that inherently is going to change the dynamic of that. Cause like you're not truly hot enough to cook it.
Oh shit. I watched a video of somebody like trying to cook steak with friction. I forget what happened or any of it, but I remember I watched it.
They were
that's
just
credit.
bitch slapping ribeyes.
That was exactly it. Is they created a machine to slap the steak.
I actually think I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know why you saying the machine to slap a steak kept popped into my brain. And I'm like, I have the visual of like, wasn't it like a circular thing where it's just a hand repeatedly slapping the steak?
I think what the consensus ended up being was like it's more likely to fall apart from the friction before it gets cooked.
But that's my thing is like there's a scientific equation that exists where by changing the pressure of the atmosphere that it's in or like how you're pressing, like you could do it. I don't know how long it would take. I don't know what the equation is, but like it exists.
I mean, sure. There's also a mathematical equation out there where somebody could pee into somebody hard enough to bruise them, I guess.
Exactly.
At a certain altitude, I don't know. Certain
Probably,
temperature outside.
Yeah. Turns into icicles on the way down. Who's to say? Science.
I'm to say.
A very certain segment of science that I don't have access to and wish I did.
Hey, Rachel, what have you been listening to?
I've listened to a couple things. They're just... All right, we're going to go with... There's a lot of things that have come out. I'm going to give some special mentions here. Lizzo came out with a new album. I thought it was just okay. Haley Kiyoko...
I've been hearing a lot of... apparently... The people are talking about how like the Lizzo album was bad because it didn't sell, like nobody bought it, which we're in 2026, nobody buys albums anymore, but like apparently it didn't chart in the top 100 Billboard, and that's a big deal because that is the measure of success. Whereas all of the albums I listened to, none of them were on the Billboard Top 100. Ray might be. I actually didn't check. But like,
Ray's probably making her way up there if she's not already.
Probably, yeah. But like, hey, listen, that's not a measure of whether the music good or not. And you should stop listening to the Billboard Top 100 because you'll see the people being all like, man, music sucks these days. And these are the people that listen to the Billboard 100. Also, I guess Halsey and Anthony Fantana are going at it, which is, I think, funny. I'm not a big Halsey fan, but like, well, I was talking about Anthony Fantano a couple weeks ago on the Genesis Owusu episode about how I'm like, I don't know if this guy likes anything, and I think his stuff. He definitely seems like the kind of contrarian type of person to say it insists upon itself. Like every time I listen to one of his reviews, I'm like, I don't think like. It's okay to have different tastes. It's okay to like something and then have somebody else not like it and vice versa. But like, I can't tell if this guy actually likes or enjoys anything. And then I saw a lot of people talking about how like, well, it's like he doesn't actually know anything about music. It's like a food critic that doesn't know how to cook food. And I get that feeling from him too, because he was talking about how his review of Halsey's album was more meaningful than Halsey's actual album. And this is like from like a while ago, but Halsey's album was about like how being a mother with cancer and coming to terms with death and all that. And he basically fucking called her out for having like main character syndrome, which was like crazy. But Fantano, I don't know why people listen to him. Like, because every time I listen to him, I'm like, no, I don't think you get it.
Well, I don't think you're catching the vibe there. Yeah,
anyway,
I feel like
what were you saying about whatever?
Well, I feel like it's so weird when somebody's whole thing is to review music and you're like, do you just like actually hate every fucking part of your life? Because that's what it feels like.
That's why I kind of like, I don't want to like fucking inflate us, but like I love what we do where you and I are both sit here every week and come to each other and go like, hey, I'm enjoying this music. I think you should listen to it. What have you been listening to? Tell me about it. And we don't really hate music. I mean, there was Swans. I really hated Swans, and I loved talking about how much I hated Swans. But I do like that we're just kind of sharing music we like, and we're not like putting a number to it. By the end of the year, we come around to like, this is an album I love the most. But like,
we start categorizing a little bit, but
we're
it's
just
not,
like, I like
not
this.
the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been listening to a couple things. The Lizzo album was a bummer because I obviously, there's the music that she got really big on that was good, and it had like a lot of hype. And I think part of why this album probably fell flat is people wanted more of that. And a lot of the album is about like trying to get over like a really bad breakup and somebody wronging you and like shit feeling terrible. And so I feel like it's just not the vibe you're expecting from her, and it's trying to be that vibe still.
I think people were just kind of sick of Lizzo because of the whole like she wasn't paying her people and like sexually harassing them and shit.
I didn't even know about that.
I mean, because Lizzo was making it big, and I'm like, I don't hate her music, and there's a couple songs that I kind of like, and then all these things came out, and I was like, oh, okay, goodbye. That was fun. That was easy.
And I'm done. Well,
I don't have heroes. I will throw anybody away. Yeah, she's fat shaming her dancers.
Reason for me to not give a shit. So problem solved. Yeah, no, I listened to it and I was like, this is just objectively not very good. So we can all skip over that one. Haley Kiyoko?
Are you asking
Haley
me?
Kiyoko. No, I'm asking myself. I'm asking the universe. Haley Kiyoko came out with an album that's connected to the movie that came out. Saw the movie. It was just okay. Yay for lesbians, though. That's exciting. Really cringy to watch two teenagers make all the worst decisions when you're an adult and you just go, oh, I'm actually done with this part of my life.
Yeah.
I thought the album was decent. I don't really think I've really listened to Haley Kiyoko before, so I don't know if there's more of her music that I would enjoy. There's definitely a couple songs that I thought were good. I listened to the Kim Petras album that recently came out.
I kind of liked it. I think I liked the album more that was just sex. Like every fucking song on the album was literally just like rim job, blow job. Like it was just like a different act of sex. Yeah. I thought that was like a kind of a fun album. I didn't think it was very sexy. I thought it was just kind of more funny. But like this last one that came out, I think there was 2 songs on there that I was like, oh, this is really good. And then,
That was I like the vibe of it. Like, it's good background music in my opinion, but I also wasn't super connecting to it. Point being, I traveled through many an album this week. I'm in the middle of Labyrinth, but I haven't finished, so I have nothing to say about that. I'm going to recommend a random-ass fucking person that I listened to their entire album today, because I was like, this is what I'm going to be suggesting, because everybody else has disappointed me this week.
Yeah.
So Quiet Houses, it's like indie folk, and it definitely doesn't do a whole lot of exploring outside of that, but like it's good, soft, little gentle music. I really liked Made for Love. I thought it was sweet. And since looking up the band, I think the 2 people that are in it have been together for 10 years, so it makes sense. But I'm going to recommend Made for Love and I Know How to Dream, because I thought those songs were cute. Skip Bubble. I hated it. I don't know why. Didn't like it.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah. But that is who I will be suggesting this week. Gamage, how about you?
I still don't have one, but
if you're,
yeah, I've got a couple. There's a couple that I'm like waiting on other albums to come out, so I can inevitably not like them and recommend them. Don't ask how the flow chart in my brain works. I do have. I kind of teased this one that I'm like I listen to this one a lot. That's when Nine Inch Noise came out. And I'm like, this album and this other album, I've just been like blasting every day. Yeah, I'll recommend Starjunk 95. You listen to Starjunk 95?
No.
Okay, so I love music that has like lore to it, like a made up universe, made up characters and everything. Daft Punk, I guess.
That makes sense. That's your vibe.
Hot and Freddy is like carnival clowns on the run. Gorillaz is probably more accurate, where Gorillaz is like all made up.
Yeah, they're like telling you a story
fictional.
The whole time.
Murdoch, the bassist, like had to go to prison, so they temporarily got Ace from Powerpuff Girls to fill in as a bassist.
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit that I like, where it's just like there's like this deep lore. The noodle died, and then they replaced her with a robot noodle, and then old noodle came back.
Yeah,
I love
I
Gorillas
love
has
that
such
shit
crazy
too.
lore.
It's so fun.
But I've been listening to Star Trek 95 almost every day now. But it's the lore is an intergalactic spaceship transmitting like the grooviest tunes like across the galaxy. It's piloted by like a mysterious crew. The album is Industrial Sunset Memories. It came out a couple months ago. It features a lot of new tracks from the artist and some of the classics from like their older stuff too. So if you're new to Star Trek 95, then like this is a great album to get into. It's basically groovy, sometimes jazzy house EDM. And
That sounds fun.
I love it. I think it's great for working out or exercising. But I mean, like it's been one of my favorite albums. Like I have a playlist of all my favorite albums of the year so far, and there's more than 5 on there. But this definitely made the list, and I'm always glad when it pops up. I'm gonna recommend my favorite song from there is probably Space Radio Strut. That it's very jazzy. I love it. Bubblegum Trash. I recommend Bubblegum Trash, and also Concept of Grime. And it's all housey EDM. If you're into that, you are. I think it's a great thing to put on when you're cooking, when you're cleaning, when you're exercising, when you're working. It's a great background album, but I don't think it should be ignored because it's a background album. Like I feel like sometimes the background is just life. Like the horizon's the background. And that shit's beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's a
Bitch.
fair assessment. Bitch.
That's what I got.
Well, thank you guys for listening. If you liked what you heard, or you would also like an ice pick lobotomy, please like and subscribe on whatever your most favorite is podcasting places. If you want us to talk about a thing, email us at whtpah@gmail.com. That's what at gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at We Have That Podcast at Home, all one big long word. Or follow us on Blue Sky at WHTPAH, that's what on Blue Sky. And next week we will be tackling the illustrious and fine art of pop culture, bitch. It's back.
Return to form.
I've
Return to form.
been off-brand Rachel.
I've been off-brand Gamage, and I'm warming up my movie machine. TV show
And
machine.
this has been We Have That Podcast at Home.
Yeah, all of that. Thank you. Bye.